How often do you feel your attention slipping away, no matter how hard you try? You get caught in a whirlwind of distractions. You sit down to work on your business, to build the life of your dreams, but suddenly your phone buzzes. You're scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok videos, and before you know it, 2 hours are gone. But here is what no one wants to talk about. It is not just about the wasted time. It's about being pulled off course. The truth is, many of us have let our brains be hijacked by hypersexualized content, the craving for instant gratification, and habits we never consciously chose. I know because I've been there. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I had a make or break investor presentation that could change everything. I prepared for weeks, staying up late, perfecting every slide, rehearsing until I could do it in my sleep. But on the day of the pitch, I bombed. Not because I didn't know the material, not because I wasn't ready, but because the night before, I let myself get distracted. A few minutes of scrolling turned into hours of mindless content. I woke up foggy, unfocused, and full of shame. That's when I realized something had to change. If you've ever felt the same, if you've looked in the mirror and thought, why can't I just stop? Stay with me. Today, I'm going to show you how I turned it all around. First, let's understand why this happens to us. We live in a world our brains weren't built for. Just 100 years ago, people had to actively seek information, images, experiences. Today, we're surrounded by a constant flood of hypersexualized media. From Instagram to TV ads to movies, it's all designed to trigger one thing, a dopamine rush. The brain chemical that makes you feel good when you experience pleasure. In moderation, dopamine is wonderful, but the problem is, these platforms have mastered exploiting it. Every like, every scroll, every image is a tiny dopamine hit. That pulls you deeper into the consumption loop. Over time, this overstimulation rewires your brain, making it harder to focus, connect with others, or feel satisfied with what truly matters, your goals, your relationships, your growth. I didn't realize how deep I was in this cycle until I failed the presentation. After the day, I started tracking my habits. I noticed how often I reached for my phone when stressed, how much time I wasted on pointless videos, and worst of all, how disconnected I was from my own goals. This wasn't just about lost time. It was about losing my focus, my drive, my ability to be present with the people I care about. So I started asking myself hard questions. Why am I letting distractions control me? Why am I giving away my time and my mind to things that don't serve me? And most importantly, how do I take it all back? To understand why it's so hard, let's look at history. Companies discovered something revolutionary. They could sell more by appealing to emotions, especially desire. That's how modern advertising was born. Over decades, it evolved into the hypersexualized marketing we see today. But here's the catch. Our brains haven't evolved as fast. We're still wired like our ancestors who lived in a world of scarcity and survival. That means we're naturally drawn to anything that feels pleasurable or exciting. Back then, it might have been a rare piece of food or a chance for meaningful connection. Today, those instincts are hijacked by endless content that offers no real value. The result, we're overwhelmed and unable to focus on what truly matters. I was trapped in that cycle. My business suffered, my relationships suffered, and most of all, I suffered. But then I realized, if my brain could be reprogrammed against me, it could be reprogrammed for me. And that's when everything started to change. Imagine waking up with a clear mind, sitting down to work and slipping into deep, uninterrupted focus, feeling connected to others, undistracted, unanxious, fully present. This isn't a fantasy. It's what happens when you take control of your brain. And today, I'm going to show you how. It comes down to 3 steps: reclaim, retrain, reframe. Step 1. Reclaim your inputs. Start by cleaning up what you feed your mind. Think of your brain like a garden. If you plant weeds, distractions, hypersexualized content, mindless entertainment, that's what will grow. But if you plant the right seeds, knowledge, inspiration, meaningful connections, you'll see real growth. Begin with a social media audit. Unfollow accounts that don't serve you. Replace them with ones that inspire. Business leaders, fitness experts, creators sharing valuable ideas. I'll be honest, this isn't easy. At first, you'll feel the pull. But every time you choose growth over distraction, you're teaching your brain to crave the right things. Step 2. Retrain your focus. This is where the real work begins. One of the most powerful tools I discovered: meditation. I know what you're thinking. Meditation isn't for me. I thought the same. But meditation isn't about sitting in silence for hours. It's about training your brain to focus, to pause before reacting, to regain control. Start small, just 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back. Over time, you'll notice a huge difference. You'll become calmer, sharper, and better at directing your thoughts. Step 3. Reframe your goals. Finally, anchor yourself in something bigger. Ask, what are you striving for? What's your purpose? For me, it was building a business that gave me freedom and fulfillment. For you, it might be different. Write it down. Keep it visible. And when temptation hits, look at that goal and remind yourself what's at stake. Because the truth is, every time you say no to distraction, you're saying yes to your future. 6 months after starting this journey, my life was unrecognizable. I was more focused than ever. My business was thriving. My relationships were deeper, more meaningful. But best of all, I felt free. Free from the constant pull of distractions. Free to create, connect, and grow. And that's what I want for you. Here's my challenge. Take the first step today. Unfollow one account that's holding you back. Meditate for 5 minutes. Write down your goal. These aren't huge changes, but they're the start of something massive. Because this isn't just about desexualizing your brain. It's about reclaiming your life, your focus, your potential, your future. Your brain is your greatest asset. Protect it, nurture it, take it back. Want more inspiration and practical tools to regain focus? Join our Telegram channel. We share ideas to live intentionally and achieve your goals without distraction.